Hello everyone, welcome back to my new video. So today's topic of discussion will be hemolysis and fragility of RBC. Firstly, we are going to give a little introduction about the definition of the hemolysis. That is the what do we mean by hemolysis? Thus, hemolysis is the destruction of formed elements. It is the process which involves the breakdown of red blood cell, that is the RBCs, with the liberation of hemoglobin. We all know that the RBCs is mainly composed of the two part. That is, it has a hemoglobin component in it, and we have also studied in detail about the breakdown processes, about the structure of RBCs in detail. If you want to know more about this, you can watch my previous video. So whenever the RBC is destroyed, that is the liberation of the hemoglobin. So that is what is meant by the hemolysis. Next, the fragility. So fragility comes to the word fragile, and fragile means something which easily breaks. Thus, fragility can be defined as a tendency to break easily. So fragility is again of two types. It can be osmotic one or a mechanical one. So osmotic one happens when it comes with contact with any hypotonic saline or the hypotonic solution, and the mechanical one occurs due to mechanical trauma, that is injury. So let us understand this in a more easy format. For example, if we considered this as an RBC, so whenever it is placed in a hypotonic saline or the hypotonic solution. Now what do we mean by hypotonic solution? Means the amount of the solute will be less and the amount of solvent will be very high. So what is happening with that? It is the condition of the hypotonic solution. But however, in case of RBCs, it is, let us consider, if it is in an isotonic or a normal state, that is the solute and the solvent might be equal, or the solute might be slightly higher than the solvent. So what is happening is that by law, this is the rule of nature, that water moves from a region of higher concentration to lower concentration. So what is happening is that finally when it is put into a hypotonic solution, the solvent moves inside of this RBC, as a result of which consequently the solvent concentration of the RBC increases, and finally up to certain limit it can accommodate the solvent, but after that the membrane breaks down and ruptures, leading to the hemolysis. So this is known as the osmotic fragility, and mechanical fragility is very simple. If this is an RBC, whenever it is exposed to any kind of stress, and by stress I mean any kind of trauma or injury, then it gets split up into small pieces, or it breaks down, or the hemolysis occurs. Next, what do we mean by the fragility test? So from the name itself, it suggests that fragility means the tendency to break, and test means it is a test to know about the fragility capacity. So how it is done? It is done by using sodium chloride solution. So this is very important from examination point of view, that is the sodium chloride solution at different concentrations from 1.2% to 0.2%. The solutions at different concentrations are taken in a series of Corn's tube. Again, this is also another important thing for exam point of view. Then what is happening is that one drop of the blood to be tested, means the blood which we need to test is added to each tubes. The sodium chloride solution and the blood in each tube are mixed well and undisturbed for some time. So definitely we are taking a Corn's tube, and we are also adding some amount of sodium chloride solution at different concentrations, and in that we are also adding a drop of blood into it, and we are mixing it and keeping it undisturbed and left for some time. So what is happening is that after some time the following three results can be seen. That is, if there is no hemolysis or no breakdown of the RBC, the fluid in the tube appears turbid, and if the hemolysis is started, then the turbidity is reduced, and if the hemolysis is completed, then the fluid becomes clear. So these three are the most prominent results that we can see. Next, the conditions when before jumping into the next slide, it is very simple, because whenever the hemolysis are completed, the heavy breakdown parts of the RBCs actually settle down. So consequently, the fluid will be clear. So it is very easy to, you can keep in mind well like this. conditions when hemolysis occurred. So there are various conditions such as the hemolytic jaundice, antigen antibody reactions, poisoning by chemicals or toxin while using artificial kidney for hemodialysis, or heart lung machine during cardiac surgery. So these are the few cases when hemolysis occurs. Again, another term is the hemolysins. So what are hemolysins? Hemolysins are nothing but they are the hemolytic agents or the substances which causes destruction of RBCs. The hemolysis can be of two types. Firstly, it can be a chemical, or secondly, it can be something of bacterial origin or substances that are found in the body. So the chemical substances are as follows, that is the alcohol, benzene, chloroform, ether, acids, alkalis, bile salts, saponin, and chemical poisons such as the arsenal preparation, means any kind of arsenal preparations, the carbolic acid, the nitrobenzene, and resin. And the other bacterial substances or other substances that are found in body or which are hemolysins are toxic substances or toxins from the bacteria, that is from the streptococcus, staphylococcus, tetanus bacillus, etc., and also the venom of poisonous snakes like cobra, that is why it is very much deadly, and hemolysins from normal tissue. So with this we come to the end of today's topic, that is the hemolysis and the fragility test as well. If you have any confusion regarding this video, do let me know down in the comment section below, and if you like this video, do press the like button once and subscribe to my channel for more such contents. Thank you.